into our final part of the Nintendo Direct Mini. So the showcase overall. So like there were a lot of announcements, and some of them we already knew about. But I just wanted to cover some of the sort of newer ones, or some of the stuff that we didn't know prior to it. So two things I just want to shout out: Ori and the Will of the Wisps. That's actually out already at the time that you'll be listening to this. And I think the awesome thing is the team really cares about the performance of the game. There were a few issues with the first game, and they've confirmed that this game is going to run at 60 frames a second on the Switch. And there was a physical edition of this game and the first game that came out, and it got sold out like almost instantly. So yeah, I've actually played a bit of the first one, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. So it's just one of these ones where it just got to hit me at the right time to play. And I'll probably play the first one, but I'm super stoked that they have released both of these games on the Switch. And it's kind of surprising, to be honest, because it felt like it was a pretty good exclusive to have on the Xbox. And just the other sort of thing that I wanted to shout out that really stood out for me in the showcase was Fitness Boxing 2. And the first Fitness Boxing, it's genuinely a really good game to play if you don't have Ring Fit, or it doesn't make sense for you to have Ring Fit. So it's cool that they're actually releasing the sequel to this. And I guess the benefit of this as well, you can always have this digital version on your console, and then as you take your Switch around, you don't need to take the Ring Fit ring if you're ever going on travel. Not that we'll be traveling very much at all. And then just the last thing, and I wanted to sort of ask you this as well.
I just want to talk about fitness boxing for 1 second.
Okay. You don't want to talk about Ori, but you want to talk about fitness boxing. Go on.
No. Were you watching on the YouTube channel, Nintendo's YouTube channel?
Yeah, I always watch the Nintendo one. Why?
See, did you have the chat open when they were...
No, I always close the chat. Always close the chat.
And so, I opened it up. I opened it for this specifically. So they're
Why?
Boxing 2, and they're like, oh, new instructors. And they're like, blah, 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 and Karen. And I'm like, and I open the chat straight away. And it's just people just for the next 2 minutes just making memes about there being a Karen in Fitness Boxing 2. I just thought it was absolutely hilarious.
I always find it unfortunate when people have those kind of names.
I know. It is really unfortunate for anyone named Karen that's now become that kind of, that's the word for people that are acting that way. But it was just...
It's such a negative context.
Oh, man. The chat when that came up was just... it just made me laugh so much. That's all I wanted.
That's funny because, and I guess I can say this. I don't know. I got to think about this. Maybe I'll edit it later. But where I work, there's a guy called Scott Morrison, which is the name of our Prime Minister in Australia. And I always feel bad for people who, they have something like that. Hey, where it's just the most derivative thing is someone to mention it at the start of the conversation. It's like, oh, Scott Morrison, oh, you must be annoyed, hey, Prime Minister? It's like, oh, it's like the lamest thing ever. I feel so bad for the guy.
I used to go to primary school with a girl named Robin Hood.
But that's dumb though, because Robin Hood is that's like naming your kid Michael Jackson. It's like, that's stupid. You already know that there's something out there, right?
She was everyone called her Bobby because it was Bobby Hood, but her full name was Robin Hood. Oh my god, what are you doing, you parents? That's horrible.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. People don't think about these things enough.
Fitness Boxing 2, I guess it's cool.
No, look, it like I said, it's a very good exercise game if you don't have Ring Fit. And it's more portable than Ring Fit, so it's one of the cool advantages of having the Switch. And the last thing I just wanted to call out, and as I said, there's a lot of other announcements. I think most we already knew, or personally doesn't interest me, is I kind of actually expected a Monster Hunter Smash announcement in this Direct Mini, just given how many Monster Hunter games were released, and I don't know, I just got this feeling like there'll be a Monster Hunter character confirmed in Smash, just given the love that the series has for Monster Hunter and the close relationship between Nintendo and Capcom.
Yeah.
But were you kind of sensing that, or not really?
I didn't think about that at all until I saw your note in our run sheet. The thing for me is, it makes sense because there's already a Monster Hunter boss in Smash, so it's okay, well, that makes sense. But after seeing the Monster Hunter character that they put in Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate, Infinite, I should say. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want a Monster Hunter character in, just like looking, because unless it's a specific character from, let's say, one of the games, right? Like it's an actual character. Trying to come up with, I guess, like, oh, this is what a hunter character represents, because like that game lives and dies on, or like basically you're choosing the weapon, and the entire move set changes depending on what weapon. Like it's like different button combos and everything. It's almost like completely different gameplay styles, and then having to create a character that kind of represents that stuff. I don't know how I feel about it, unless they go the route of, oh, you can swap between the weapons and suddenly you got different special moves and things. Like if they did that, then maybe. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, for me on that, I don't want a Monster Hunter character in Smash, by the way. But I think just given the love of the series, it feels like it's inevitable. It's going to happen. But I'm totally on the same page as you. It doesn't just naturally fill you with millions of ideas. But then again, you know, the team behind Smash are probably the most creative in the industry about like translating a character like that into a fighting game. So I mean, if anyone's going to do it, I feel like they're going to do it the best. But yeah, like I said, you know, stuff like you know, Master Chief, Doomslayer, Minecraft Steve, like those ones just to me make so much more sense or more appealing as a character to be brought into the game. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of was watching it going, oh, I wonder if they're going to, you know, have this at the end or something and just like blow people away. But nope, they didn't. And again, we still don't know the Smash characters. Like,
yeah,
this is getting crazy now.
I'll just say as well, it's super weird to see a John Romero game in like current day showcases. It's just something weird about that to me.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Empire of Sin, not Empire of Sun. That's the that's the movie with that Spielberg made or whatever in your run sheet. But Empire of Sin is the John Romero game.
I like the shade that you're throwing at me.
But,
Keep going.
yeah, I don't know. It's just something weird about that. Like knowing that we kind of grew up playing Doom and stuff, and John Romero was always the Doom guy, and then Daikatana happened.
Yeah,
and it's just weird. But hey, good on him. You know.
well, at the time, he was like, people don't understand this now, but at the time, he was the Doom guy, not John Carmack.
Yeah.
You know, he really was the guy. And then when he left after Quake, it like over time evolved to being like John Carmack. And I think everyone now, if you said, you know, name me one person synonymous with Doom, they'd probably say John Carmack.
Yeah.
More than they would say John Romero.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, no, it is weird to see, you know, that sort of in the showcase, Nintendo showcase, nonetheless.